How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to day 6 of the Forbidden Sanctum League. We made some big upgrades yesterday. I'll run through them quickly here, and then we'll go through a map. Um, so I upgraded my scepter about 1.5 divines for this at the time. It's the good opal scepter base, +1 fire, burn damage and fire damage over time multiplier. We'll look to upgrade this at some point, but for now, this will do. We have the same helmet, the same chest piece. Now we're using this amethyst ring for the increased chaos resistance, and we had some good fire and lightning resistance rolls on this, and I like the rarity as well. We actually crafted this using Harvest Reforge Chaos. It guarantees chaos resistance on the amethyst ring, so it's a pretty good way to make yourself a decent ring if you have some Harvest Life Force. The gloves are the same. I think we actually bought a better Immortal Flesh, one that only is giving -15 to all elemental resistances instead of -25. We upgraded to the Legacy of Fury. We got a decent roll, 43% increase effective Scorch, 32% chance to spread, the burn to spread. We're still using Pyre, and then we bought a new Amulet and Anointed Charisma. So a lot of Dexterity, which is very helpful for this build. Some minor cold and chaos, and then fire skill gems as well as life. We'll look to upgrade this at some point in the future. Maybe get +1 and dot multi, or something like that. Maybe a bit better chaos resistance. We'll see. And then our shield is the main reason that we regeared, and this is the Sapphale's frame. It gives you a lot of Ellie res. I didn't buy the most max rolled one. I didn't really need it. I bought the max roll chance to block spell damage, and then by default, this comes with +4 to all maximum resistances, and then the downside cannot block attacks. But as Jug, we're not really needing to block attacks because we can pretty much tank any attack in the game. With a few exceptions, but apart from the gear, we changed our auras, so now we're running Malevolence, Tempest Shield, Skitterbot still, Determination still, and then Vitality with Arrogance. This setup allows us to get to 84 Fire Res, 82 Cold and Lightning Res, and when we're standing in our hideout, we are at 10 Chaos Res. When we use our Amethyst Flask, we go to 45, so that's pretty useful. And our chance to block spell damage is 56%. So, almost 20 off max, 19 off max, but it feels really good in the maps. We also had to switch our Pantheon for this, so we take Soul of the Brine King, and we got some Divine Vessels to upgrade that completely. And then I'm taking the Soul of Shikari for the reduced duration of poisons and reduced chaos damage. I would consider taking Yugal for the 30% reduced effective curses, but as of now, I don't have a movement speed modifier on my flasks. I have 100% reduced effective curses on you while if both of these flasks are up. But let's go over the flasks actually. I upgraded to an Eternal Life Flask with Effervescent, so basically any of the rolls that are the reduced amount recovered but increased recovery rate, also with 50% of it applied instantly, is really nice. And we still grant the immunity to poison if used while poisoned. This is only the tier 2 roll. There is one better, but for now this is good. A Ruby Flask, which we got, we changed up. We had to re-roll. We had gain 3 charges when you're hit with attack speed during Flask effect, and we annulled it, and we annulled off the gain 3 charges. So we re-rolled it until we hit a gain 2 or 3 charges with an open suffix, and then we crafted regenerate 3% of life per second during effect. which we just bought a Cinder Swallow for around 10 chaos and crafted that and unveiled that and then crafted it on this ruby flask. The granite flask is the same, and these two quicksilver and amethyst flasks are the same. We also made big changes to our Atlas tree. This is the Atlas tree. This is how it's looking right now. We are only 122 out of 132, so we're missing 10 points, and those 10 points would be pretty nice. But we're blocking everything besides Delirium and Heist. Heist is just good to pick up the contracts, and Delirium is just kill as we go through the map. We're still spec'd into all 4 shaping nodes. At some point we might spec out of those, but for now it's good for the map sustain. We're also running Stream of Consciousness as we build up our scarabs and things like that for when we eventually switch to growing hordes. When we have a big supply of rusted scarabs, and maybe we also unlock our 5-way map device. We're still spec'd into shrines, so the 2 major shrine nodes, and then a bit into this one at the top just for 10% chance to contain an additional shrine with our extra points that we have left over. We are spec'd into essences fully, and we are spec'd into the increased chance at Delirium for now. As we get more points, we do want to end up speccing into some of these nodes up here as well as some of these over here. But we are in the Searing Exarch now, running Wrath of the Cosmos, and it feels pretty good. We're in the Light of Dawn as well. The consistency of Searing Exarch feels really great. I'm still in the Synthesis map, but I have yet to receive a single Synthesis map drop from a final map boss. And I'm still in Remnants of the Past and Conquered Conquerors until I defeat Cirrus and Uber Elder. I will remain in those ones. Cirrus, I might remain in permanently because of how expensive those maps are, because of the new Orieth's End Flask. And then we are also spec'd into the Sextant modifiers. However, we only do have 2 Sextants, the Grasping Voidstone and the Omniscient Voidstone. But what we're doing right now is we ended up buying a bunch of Gloom Shrine compasses for about 5C each. They make the mapping really smooth when you get it at the beginning of the map, or, at least partway through the map. And it also makes the shrines last very long on our character. It's almost like using a headhunter without having a headhunter. And the Orieth's End Flask, that's the goal of this league, to get one of those. But, for paying 1.25 chaos per map, I have the Orieth's End effect for, maybe even better than that effect for a majority of the map. And then I'm just rolling the other Voidstone with whatever increased pack size or add monsters to the map that I get. So I have a map here ready to run. What we've been doing is favoriting Toxic Sewer, but not running Singular Focus. And we bought a bunch of Orb of Horizons so that when we, if we ever run out of our Toxic Sewers, we'll just Orb of Horizons any tier 16 into Toxic Sewers because it's a natural tier 16, which is great. But let's just get right into this map now. We're running Fortune Favors the Brave. What we're trying to do is stack pack size. So Fortune Favors the Brave, 10% increased pack size, 5% increased pack size for each of these nodes in our Searing Exarch maps. So we are trying to stack the pack size for when we hit the Searing Exarch minions drop X currency, X whatever. So Toxic Sewers is a great map for Righteous Fire. Delirium feels good on this map. I'm really liking it. So, when we get things like Breach, I'll trigger it, but I don't really care too much about it. Mainly, we're just looking for these altars right here. So, we really don't want to give the minions this fire resistance or maximum fire resistance. It gets pretty tough for us. So we'll give the map boss this and get... we actually have a breach boss in this one. Let's see if we can kill it. Our damage isn't the best. We downed him pretty easily. Not bad. Should have put on Do Not Disturb. The breaches are a little bit rippy. Look at this. None of these guys are dying. Ooh. But you'll see we're living in there. We'll take the cast damage during Flask effect. That doesn't really affect us too much. Any of these worth picking up? Probably not. What we're looking to avoid is, or what we're looking to get is, you know, Chaos Orbs from the Searing Exarch minions, or the big chase is the Divination card that rewards unique jewelry. So that would be huge to get maybe an Apothecary card, or really any of the Mage Blood cards from that. So, you know, Eater of Worlds has their Divine Orb chance. Searing Exarch has, you know, that Mage Blood Div card chance, but also the consistency of Chaos Orbs. And now you'll see we got our Gloom Shrine. So for the next 1 minute and 45 seconds, we are just going to run through this map and pretty much explode everything on sight. In the Delirium, you know, stuff gets a little bit tankier, but everything still dies rather quickly. Just need to stay moving, use our Life Flask when necessary, but yeah. So far the build feels really great after changing over to this new aura setup with the Saphil's frame. Feels really, really good. I was nervous that it wasn't going to feel as good as the Aegis Aurora on the Inquisitor. But as of now, it's feeling really good. We're level 94 actually, 42% to 95. This feels like a character I could probably take to 100, but we'll see how that goes. For now, Toxic Sewers doesn't feel bad, knowing that I have a chance at getting Apothecary. I've actually dropped an Apothecary the last 2 leagues from the Crimson Temple. So looking to continue that streak. But until we, you know, have all our favorited map slots and have our Atlas passage tree completed, we pretty much will stick to Toxic Sewers just because of the layout. It's easy to run, and it's pretty much just a straight line. So our Gloom Shrine's about to run out, so we'll try to zoom through the map with our Speed Shrine and kill the rest of what we can before it runs out, and there it goes. But even when it's gone, it's not the end of the world. Finish this Essence, and that should pretty much wrap up the Forbidden Sanctum. Is very annoying. I'm not doing the lead mechanic at all anymore. It's just a little too tough for RF. I was trying it a bit yesterday, but I wasn't getting past floor 3, and I don't think it's worth it if you're not getting past floor 3. So we're just sticking to mapping, running these Exarch maps, selling the invitations, just making currency. So pretty quick clear. That is the progress for today. Hopefully tomorrow, it'll be 1 week since the league start. We'll fill out maybe some of our void stones, maybe find our last 2 unique maps that we need, maybe buy them. But thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions on the build, let me know. But like I said earlier, this is really all Pox's work. I've just taken his build and made it my own a bit. So thank you guys for watching. Tune in next time.